Yo, what is poppin'? My 420 army is your boy Myuu 420, and yep, I'm doing some movie breakdowns. It's been a while since I did. It's been a while since the last time I did a film breakdown, just by itself. Which I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with the Wallace and Gromit Crystal Were Rabbit versus Cocaine Bear review I did with my ex-girlfriend. I'm gonna redo that, or I might, but either way, we'll just wait till the New Year, see what happens if I end up redoing it, and then yeah. But either way, this one, or I'm gonna do some Christmas movie breakdowns. I'm gonna do Father Christmas. Well, so we're doing the Snowman this video, and then we'll do Father Christmas in a separate one. I will, because I'm alone again. So I know I'm Canadian, and I just have these British shorts. So I've just had these for as long as I can remember. So I figured why not review them. So the Snowman is basically this is by the way the first video with the this one. There's no talking in this, so it's kind of like a Fantasia Disney film, but yeah, it kind of starts like a live action with someone just walking down like a forest, and that it snowed like super heavy during a winter season. And other than that, the narrator at the beginning of the short, there is no song later on in the short. There is absolutely no dialogue in this. But then after that's like drawn, we cut to this little boy James, or whatever the hell's real name is, where he wakes up and sees the big snowfall before he quickly leaps out of his bed, gets changed, heads outside to play around in the snow. And he does all kinds of crazy stuff, and he even throws a snowball at his window. He's like, ah! And obviously, doing no talking, James' mother is like, "Do you know how much damage a snowball can do to a window?" Or that's just what I assumed, because them not talking kind of makes it just kind of all of them, it makes it more enjoyable in a way, because it's like easier to predict what the dialogue will be. So it's like, yeah, it's like, oh, it's cute playing. That was basically me when I was a kid. I love playing in the snow. Not so much adult Liam 420, but little kid me. Absolutely, I love the snow. Snow cone. Okay, obviously the snow cone joke is from Monsters, Inc. But then James officially starts building a snowman after doing like a figure eight and stuff. And he even like uses a shovel to build it. So then once he finishes, he heads inside, has some dinner before going to bed. He does his usual bedtime routine before he watches the snowman from his window, and then around midnight, James heads out into the lobby, heads out to his backyard. The snowman literally comes alive. It's like, he's like, holy shit, my snowman's alive. Or that's just, yeah, I know, I'm kind of just speculating, like. And the snowman actually comes into the house. It's surprising the snowman does not melt, like Olaf from Frozen. And then James shows the snowman his living room, and they even scare the fucking cat before the snowman starts getting hot in front of the fireplace. And I would guarantee you an RIP headphone user's warning at some point in the back, because sometimes the background music just starts blasting really loud. It's like, Jesus Christ! Gotta turn my volume down. That's one flaw with this short. With no talking sometimes. But they're just showing the house, and they even like mess around the kitchen where the snowman changes his nose for like a pineapple, a banana. It's like, what? And they even head upstairs to James' parents' room where the snowman dresses himself up. But then I can only imagine James' parents waking up. It's like, why the fuck are all my clothes wet? That's what kind of makes that scene kind of questionable. That's one thing I always wondered if they were found out. But then he starts messing around with the perfume and even like dresses up, but then he's about to sneeze, so they leave the room, and then I'm surprised he managed to hold in the sneeze until they got out of the room. And then they head to this like little playroom where they like play around with like a train. It's like actually kind of cool. Obviously, if a snowman actually came alive and stepped foot in a house, it would melt, but I know, I'm not ripping on this short. It's just, it's super cute. I mean, not cute. It's just, I've just thrown this in my routine of Christmas films. I try to watch at least once every year because my dad loves these, so that's probably why I grew up watching this. And I don't know, I don't think very many people have seen these outside of the UK. So, I mean, I'm Canadian, I've seen them, so there's a plus. So then James and the Snowman head outside after hanging out in the playroom. And then they jump onto like a motorcycle and go driving through the woods. It's like, psh. Well, actually they notice the motorcycle from an upstairs window. It has like, it's covered in like a tarp. So then they walk outside, uncover the motorcycle, and then they drive it through the woods. And they start getting, like, scaring off a fox and even a horse and like all tons of crazy animals. It's like, how does a motorbike even... Well, I don't have my motorcycle license, but my old tenant did, so... I always wondered how it works to drive a motorbike in the snow. Or even an ATV. But, yeah, after they get back to James's house, the snowman rests in, like, a sauna for a bit before they eventually start flying around Britain, and then a song comes on. I know what the song is, but I just can't remember. I don't know what. And then there's a whole bunch, and then some even people getting startled at seeing the snowman flying. They're like, what the fuck? Why is there a flying snowman? And yeah. So then there's even a scene where James gets blasted by a Jimmy. I don't know. I don't know what the boy's real name is. I think his real name might be James. So this says that in the Wikipedia synopsis. Even on a present he gets later. But either after the flying montage, they arrive in another patch of woods, and then they walk through the forest until they reach a whole tribe of snowmans, and sure enough, Santa Claus is there. Now, I'm not sure if these two shorts are connected to each other. Father Christmas is connected to Snowman in a way, but when I get a chance, I'll review Father Christmas, and hopefully maybe even try to review Violent Night, because that just came out last year, and I already did Elf, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation, and Arthur Christmas last year for my Christmas movie season breakdowns, so... Yep, Santa Claus is at the snowman party, and then there's like a montage of them dancing, using firecrackers, and then... After all the dancing's over, it's like... Yeah, that's actually really cool, dancing snowmen. It's like... Yeah, these scenes, like, really, because even, like, during that scene where they're walking through the woods, it's like, ooh, God, what are they gonna stumble upon? But, yeah. Then after James gets a scarf from Santa, after Santa takes him to his shed to introduce him to his reindeer, James flies back to his house with the snowman after saying goodbye to everyone, and then James heads inside and goes to sleep. And then when he wakes up the next morning, he runs outside to greet the snowman, and then the snowman's just melted. And yeah, that's how it ends. The snowman is just melted. It's like, that is a pretty messed up ending. Now, okay, honestly, I've never read the original book, so this is based off of a book that was published in like 1978, and then the short aired in Britain in 1982. Now, I never read the original book, so I mean, that's just a messed up ending with the snowman melting. That's another thing I didn't like about this short. Yeah. So either way, this is a decent short. I just try to watch it at least once every year. And I would probably recommend this too, because the color palette, it's like a really nice winter background with like all the whites, and the houses are like kind of like other colors. So yeah, I mean, this is a short, so I guess what else I liked? Yeah. Some of the scenes with, like, them walking around are hilarious. It's like... yeah, this is overall a really good short. Would highly recommend it, and stay tuned for my review of Father Christmas. I mean, if you're into films with like no talking, then I would totally recommend watching this. And as long as you don't get startled by the background music, which blasts really loud at times, and obviously if you can handle the messed up ending, which I mean, it's kind of slipped. I've kind of let it slide over the years with the snowman melting, but it's like, yeah, whatever. It is what it is. So, yeah, that's basically it for this review, and I'll see you in the Father Christmas, which is also going to be another shorter review. So please like, comment, share, sub, and peace.